How you doing, people? It's your guy Crypto Coin 2 back on the Trajectory of Wealth channel with another real talk session, giving it the real talk that we need to have when it comes to understanding this passive income crypto platform space and the approach that needs to be taken when going into opportunities and understanding what goes on within that. All right. Now, of course, I am nobody's financial advisor, but I am a person that has been in this space since March 2021. That's when my journey started in this space, and you definitely learn a lot quickly if you choose to learn quickly. And I think this notice that I'm going to be putting up is probably one of the key things people need to have in mind when it comes to opportunities in this space that regards things like crypto, DeFi, Forex, and all sorts. Now, to negate that, there are a few things out there that are real special opportunities that are what I feel not attached to this kind of mindset, but I still feel it's important to at least have that in the back of your mind. Be alert to anything that comes and goes, and be okay with the outcome when choosing to decide what kind of opportunity you decide to be a part of, whether it be a win, lose, or break even type situation. All right, so let me not prolong it. Here it is. This is the reminder. Risk management and risk strategy is what this crypto passive earning space is all about. We never know when an end will come, so always be at least comfortable with the amounts you are willing to risk with the hopes to gain. Nobody wants to lose out on principal entered, but the reality is there will always be a possibility. We just hope platforms perform well enough for it not to happen. All right. So as we know, there are some really good opportunities out there where we make good profits out of it, even without a commission, even if it's just passively. There'll be ones where we think it's going to do great and then it doesn't. There's things that we think will be very short term, end up being a bit longer term. There's so many variables. And then for the majority, because there's so many platforms that come about, they just disappear real quick and don't perform to any sort of level that we feel like it will, do well, but it doesn't happen. So yeah, it's all about just checking out the platform. Does it make sense? Does it feel like it could bring something to the table? For me, these platforms are kind of like the Hunger Games. We're in it to win it. Some people are going to lose out. Some people will win. Now, if you're new and curious to the scene of the passive income realms, where you could use crypto and that kind of stuff, this sounds very harsh. You'll be like, why would I even bother? But for me, it's all about a journey of building my trajectory upwards. This is a good avenue. There's some great yields in there, so it's just for me to learn to diversify well enough to not have all eggs in one basket, mix it up so there's the opportunity to gain. Yes, some things won't quite work out, but leveraging well enough where if I do lose, it's not too much to halt my journey moving forward. And I'll be real with you, this space is mentally challenging, and I've seen it with a lot of people where they feel like, oh, they've taken my money, they've robbed my crypto, they did this and did this, without having the mindset of knowing what you're getting into before you get into it. that can make or break a person. And I feel like if you feel like this ain't your avenue, don't go into that kind of arena. A lot of people want to be in things where you don't have to give any identification or KYC and that kind of thing. And that's why I kind of dabble in this space. I don't need to anymore, but I still like a form of diversification rather than relying on one thing, even though there's an ecosystem there. So that's why I still take these dabbles, and there's some really good things out there. So, you know, I'm all about at least sharing this type of information just so it's like a heads up to what to expect, and, at least be in your mind dialed in to the fact that anything can happen, even with the ones that we feel are super solid, super secure. Like, yeah, this is gonna really build us up for our futures. We still got, just tread carefully, but understand if you're willing to take those risks, be alert. If anyone knows anything about me, I am a person who holds my own accountability of my decisions. I don't do the blame game thing. I could easily go that route, but I don't feel that keeps me in the game. I've been here and I'm still here. So that shows that something's working. So, hey, it is what it is for what works for you. And yeah, hopefully it's always a trajectory upwards. Honestly, I would have loved to have, say, Bitcoin, hold it, and then it 2x, 3x is up, but we've just not been in those times since I joined. It's gone. It did have a initial real good push from, like, say, 40k to 60. Then it's just really fallen, and then it's kind of just hovered around, going up and down a bit here and there. So there's never really been a good push by holding. Still keep some, just for that time when it potentially does do that really big push up again. But in the meantime, I just do what I do, and you know that's where we're at right now. And yeah, just having a strong mindset if you decide to partake in these avenues. Of course, the more high risk plays, I just keep in the community posts. If there's ones with slightly lower yields that I feel will last, then I'll talk about it. But I tend to not really do full breakdown speaking about platforms now because, as I said, they're gonna come and go. I kind of get bored of doing that type of content, especially with the way my pivot has turned anyway with something else. So apologies, people. This ended up longer than I expected, but I still feel it's a good fuel and source for people who may be new and existing in the space to, kind of take on that reminder that was earlier in the video. And hopefully anything else that comes out my mouth is of use to the community. All right. So yeah, T.O.W heading out, and let's continue on our trajectory of wealth. Like and subscribe if you're catching the vibe, people. Stay diversified in this space. It's super important to not be bogged down in one area. Protect your accounts, wallets, and minds. And this is Real Talk Sessions, over and out. Take care, people. I'll catch you soon.